Probably early on in my career, that was probably the number one driving motivation, I think. You know, win a national championship for the school, you know, do something that had never been done before. And with each successive one, all the way up to number 11, the focus has changed for me. I've been at the same place for 40 years. So let's say I had changed jobs 3 times and had 11 national championships, I might be thinking differently, but being at the same place all the time, I feel like they have enough. I don't need to get one more for them, for UCONN, but the players that I'm coaching in this championship don't have any. They don't have the ability to feel like those other players felt, to walk out of the last game of their career, our seniors, and feel like a storybook ending. So now the motivation is for our players to get that sensation that so many of my other players have enjoyed.
It's been so much fun to watch the evolution of Paige Bueckers throughout the course of the 5 years. How would you describe these 5 years?
Just an amazing story, I think, just of resilience, of overcoming adversity, overcoming challenges. I think I've grown so much in my faith here and my state of gratitude of just everything in life, and just having an appreciation for waking up in the morning, being able to wear this UConn jersey, being surrounded with teammates that I love, a coaching staff that I love. So just a story of resilience, gratitude, and I guess great basketball.
Well, if you think about it, how many kids enroll in college every year, and how many of them wish that their last game of their career would be in the national championship game? I've certainly had a bunch of them, but her journey has been so difficult, so filled with ups and downs and triumphs and tragedies all the way along, that it's fitting probably for her to be in this moment right now. You know, obviously my relationship with her, I've loved every minute of it. I've enjoyed her company. I enjoy the banter back and forth that we have. Like a lot of my great players, frustrating, excruciating at times, pull your hair out at times, because that's what those guys do. You know, they bring out the best and they bring out the worst in you, because you see that they are so positive. They believe in themselves so much that they actually start acting like they're not even mortals. They're superhuman people, and you're the one that's got to remind them all the time, like, hey, slow down here. You know, you got some work to do here. And through it all, she's wanted to be coached. Yeah. And that's what I appreciate the most.
I think we have a great relationship. It's probably a relationship of a lot of tough love, and him holding me accountable, and a lot of back and forth, sarcasm, jokes, quick-wittedness. But just to be able to have someone like that in my corner, he has so much belief and trust in me, and just who he is as a person, how great of a relationship we've had, where I can just go to his office, chat about anything, ask him for advice, ask him for help, just talk to him about golf or literally anything. We can always chat, but he always has my back and I always have his, and our relationship is great.
The challenges for me as a coach have been to the point where you wonder whether it's worth it anymore. From COVID to last year, that's 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 of nonstop setbacks that you had to deal with. And after a while, you start to think, really, is this a sign that it's time? Move on. But each and every time, you know, somebody like Paige, you know, comes along and it makes you want to finish the job. So our team started, you know, like we had a lot of work to do. We got better and better and better. The worst thing that we did all season was beat South Carolina really bad at their place, because now, you know, we're playing a team that's got a huge chip on their shoulder. But they're way better than they were when we played them, and I just hope we're half as good as we were when we played them.
South Carolina also has a great history of sustained excellence. Don is an amazing coach, and they just have an amazing program, and they always seem to be back here and competing for national championships, so to be able to compete against them, it's an honor. But you just want to leave everything out there. I believe and have a faith that God has a reason and a purpose for everything, and it's in His hands, so we're just trusting, keeping the faith, and trying to compete.
How are you personally looking to attack your last moments in a Husky jersey?
Just enjoy it, embrace it, have fun, give everything I have to that 40 minutes, and leave nothing up to chance, leave nothing up to choice. And at the end of the game, you want to be so tired and so exhausted that somebody has to carry you off the court. So just giving it my all and just soak up wearing that uniform one more time.
Just to put this into words, if UConn can cut the nets down again, what would that mean to you?
For me, if we could cut the nets down, it would validate that as older coaches, me and my staff, that through it all we can still have an impact on young people. And I would feel incredibly grateful for that.